Hey everyone, I have a very special guest with me today. I want to introduce you to Gedaliah Druin. Gedaliah Druin. He is a rabbi and sofar, which means you are, tell us you restore Torahs?
I bring Torahs back to life. I'm a doctor of letters.
Doctor of Lit. So cool, and he's a really cool guy. Now, I have been fascinated by payas, as have many of the people in the modern salon audience. And the payas, just tell us where they are.
This is them.
All right, so the payas are, in the Hasidic Jewish community, men grow out their sideburns. And just give us a little history. What is that all about?
Well, you have to realize that hair is not simply a simple thing, appendage. It is something that grows and breaks through this solid rock on top of your head. And
we know that. You're talking to the salon audience.
Break through that. So hair is a very special thing. It's not simply like a toy. It's higher than your brains. So it says that the hair reveals to you something that's even higher than your intellect. And so there are traditions of different places from this hard skull, of which this hair it grows. You're like a living plant, so to speak, and it keeps on growing.
So in the Hasidic community, men are not allowed to cut their sideburns. Why?
So, no, it's not to cut. You can cut them. You can't shave them off. Shaving wants to sort of destroy the appearance of it. But you can cut them because you just have to acknowledge they exist. What more is just different traditions. Now, in Jewish tradition, which, again, basically there's no really word for religion in Hebrew, but we're 12 tribes. And we really have traditions. They're very precious, and you don't throw away a tradition because you don't like it. It's good for that person. It goes back hundreds and thousands of years. So there's several different traditions. Some have it very long. Some then make curls out of it. Some put it behind their ears. Some have it very short. They just cut it off as if it looks like sideburns. But the whole thing is to acknowledge there's something that grows higher than your intellect. We don't stop, which means if you are you have a brain that knows everything you've ever seen or ever thought about, instantly at access. So you have a big hard drive. So what do you do with it? So if I have a hard drive that knows everything the world ever has thought about, I take my finger and shut it off. What's it worth? Nothing. So it needs something more than your intellect, something beyond it. And this, we constantly acknowledge this by the fact that we're careful about our hair.
Well, and that's great for our industry because we celebrate hair no matter how it's displayed.
Valuable.
So tell us about the people that have it curled. Is there something magical about it being curled? Do you know anyone who actually uses a curling iron or pastes or sprays to maintain the curl? I mean, I see yours are straight. Do you ever curl them? Is it a fashion thing? What's going on in the payas world?
This is just different traditions that go back many hundreds of years. If you ask them, they say this is the way my father did it, my grandfather did it, my great-grandfather did it, and I do it too. And some may add a little twist to it, like if you take a shower and twirl your hair, it'll come a little twirly. You don't have to even spray it. It'll just happen. But if you do it regularly, it'll really happen. But the whole idea is there's something of this. This is a beauty more than your mind. But it's just my hair. No, it reminds me something is higher, stronger than my hair.
And you're okay with cutting the rest of your hair or coloring it. I don't know, in the Hasidic community, do you color?
There's never much of a thought. Mainly in general, color is so precious that we don't just arbitrarily put color on ourselves. But color can be used. It was always used. We're master dyers for color. Throughout the whole history of the world, we were the masters of the secrets of dyeing, getting purple and red and scarlet.
Coloring the hair.
But to use it for hair was never exactly an issue. I think because those who were not Jewish did it for other reasons. And so we...
Oh, yes, we do.
Yeah, we did it. So we avoided that. Because the whole idea is not simply for beauty's sake. Though beauty is very important. In Jewish tradition, I think there are at least 7 or more words just for beauty. So we're not ignorant of beauty. We know what beauty is. But we don't make artificial. We don't want to add artificial beauty. We want to let the beauty of what we have to reveal itself. Like a smile. So maybe you do something with your lips or your eyes or your hair to make you appear the way and reveal the depth of who you really are. So the whole thing of this appearance is to show something deeper than just the immediate thing that people may not notice. Back to the first thing, which means the hair that grows out from the skull is revealing that you have something more exalted than simply your intellect.
Well, now you're speaking our language, because we know that the importance of the beauty of hair and what grows out of our scalp. I love it that you think that as well. What about the beard? Have you ever cut your beard?
So I haven't for many, many, many years. But usually a beard grows to its normal length in about a year or so. And then that's what it is. It'll stay that way for years and years and years. I mean, that's what it is. It doesn't get longer and longer and longer.
No, we have things that can make that happen for you. If that's what you want.
No. No, but so this is also remember, we're still dealing with the skull. There's this kind of the skull, and then there's this kind of the skull. Because another part that's intellect, even higher than intellect, is being able to express. Because intellect is secret inside of you. But what you say is going to reveal what your thoughts are. Your thoughts are, whoa, but so say something.
So, all right, so I know I told them I was only
This and this are designating very significant parts of who you are. So you don't just arbitrarily destroy them.
All right, we're loving hearing that. All right, so my last question, because I told him I'd only ask him one or two questions. Do you know anybody in your community that's ever gone rogue or a renegade who would color maybe the payas and celebrate the payas?
Well, you should see my grandchildren, and for Purim, they go all out. Every year they're a different color. Their whole body's different color. They're green, they're purple. When the whole thing was wine, so they were all purple. When it was a green theme, they were all green. So for Purim, they have and they sing songs in honor of the joyousness, where we turn the world upside down, which means finally laughter will take over instead of depression and frustration and sadness.
Well, I love talking to you. You are just so fabulous, and I'm actually going to go and try and find some pictures of your grandchildren. And we have great things to help color the hair, color payas temporarily too.
That's some
great
good things
things
to take it off also.
Yeah, no, shampoo. That works too. Thank you so much. We are honored to have this time with you. A rabbi and a sofar. Did I say that properly?
Not so far, so fair, so far so good.
Sofar. And I just love what you've done here with the Torah behind us. And thank you so much for giving us this time. And thank you for filling us in on payas.
My pleasure.
Thank you.